I mean, this thing can get deep. I was thinking and pondering my childhood, the experiences that I went through, from school to being in the presence of my parents while they're parenting, hanging out with my siblings and friends. And I remember trauma, like spurts of trauma. And what I did not realize until now that I'm grown is that those things that were hitting me upside my head, my body, that trauma was being manifest in my teenage years up until my young adulthood. And that's why I said it's deep. Because you could be a certain way and don't know why, because you were around these spirits, these individuals, these people who may have been in denial, untrustworthy. I mean, they may have had all types of guile going on. And some habits you picked up. Let's be honest. Like, this is why you're having trouble. That's what I said to myself. And I said, you know what, let me just encourage these women of God. You know, women, we know our worth to a certain extent. And I do believe that the reason we don't is because we don't know who we are and where we come from. What's our foundation? How do we get to think the way we think and believe? Who planted that seed? That corrupted seed that was planted. I am so gracious to God for his grace and mercy. Because if it wasn't for that negative seed, that horrible, terrible seed was planted, or that was planted by someone that was around me when I was younger, did not fester. I mean, someone out there got to understand what I'm saying. There has to be a woman listening to this, saying to themselves, she's right. I've picked up some things along the way. And people will tell me, you remind me of someone, or your dad, or your mom, your aunt, your uncle. It's not just genetics. It's also those things that they carry with them, that weight and burden. And it could be the opposite too. Like if that person is happy and loving, that could be passed down. But I'm speaking in particular to the people who are in troubled situations and sometimes don't know how and why. You have to go back to your childhood. What did you learn? What did you pick up? What did you glean from your situation now that you know, or beginning to get to know who you are? Those things that you witnessed, that you now role play and act out, you got to think about this. This is not an easy topic. Self-examination is something that I stress so much. Because when you start with you, then everything else will unfold. You know, I was thinking about the Lord, and I was thinking how transformation comes the minute that God plants the seed and put it in your heart to start trusting and believing Him. That He is the Son of God, that He is Lord, that He is Jesus, that He is the Savior. The minute that happens, your whole life changes. It transforms you from one being to another being. You become a new creature. So I think about that all the time. That I experienced those things that made me who I am today, and also complemented my professional and advocacy. I said, "Ooh, God is so well planned, and He does things so well thought out, and we are not supposed to know everything. We don't supposed to know. It is okay that I did not know." Because the person that I see today that God has made, I understand why I went through so much. The heartache, the abuse, the bad language, the lack of really believing in God and Jesus as the way we're supposed to walk. I understand why I did not achieve higher in education, sports, tried out for all types of things that I wanted to do, because if I've done those things, if I had done those things, I'm sure I would not be here where I am today. So all that shoulda, coulda, woulda goes down the drain for me. I am so glad that God allowed me to go through those experiences so I can appreciate the woman that I am today.